Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back. All right. So, since the last episode, I have built the natural gas storage area that we talked about. Let me speed this back up. It looks, I know the piping looks very complicated, but it's actually not. Basically what I did is I just built this room. I pumped everything out to make it a vacuum, and then I filled it with 6 gas reservoirs. So on the piping that comes in, it goes to this bridge, and then from there it just feeds to the inputs of all 6 tanks. And then beyond the bridge, once the tanks are full, it'll go to this high pressure gas vent, which will allow the natural gas to fill the room. And with a high pressure vent, you can get up to 20 kilograms per tile. Now, one of these reservoirs it takes up 15 tiles and has 150 kilograms, which is about 10 kilograms per tile. So with this storage mechanism, we get actually more than, well, we get about 30 kilograms per tile, a little bit less because we need the tiles beneath it. Right. The reservoir needs a floor, so you could actually say that it's 4 by 5, 20 tiles. And then on the output side, it comes out from the tanks. The outputs from the tanks all join up with this pipe here, which also comes from the pump. So when there's enough pressure inside for the natural gas that's being stored inside the chamber, it'll come from the pump. And then the tanks can also join up with this pipe as well, and then that all goes out. Right? So up until now, it's just been filling these reservoirs. Once the reservoirs are all full, then the gas will start coming out of the vent and just filling up the room itself. And with this setup, we should be able to store lots and lots of natural gas. So since then, this little chamber has very low pressure, so that's allowing the geyser to run unimpeded. And we have another 30 cycles before it goes dormant. So I'm expecting that this will be able to get completely filled up by that time. And then on top of that, we'll be able to store 5 kilograms per tile where the geyser is. So I think with this, we'll be able to store quite a bit of natural gas for later use. For our generators, for the gas range, which is something else we can start to look at. We could make frost burgers at some point. Actually, we could make frost burgers now. I have a lot of lettuce and I have a lot of barbecue. Mushroom wrap. Yeah. Oh, frost buns. That's what I don't have. And I don't have frost buns because I don't have any sleet wheat. I don't know if there's a frozen biome on this map. I guess we'll need to look for one. If we can find some sleet wheat, then we'll be able to make burgers. So without the burgers, what's our best recipe? I don't know if I have nosh beans. Let's see. No, I don't have any nosh beans, so I can't make tofu. No sleet wheat. We could make surf and turf if I would start farming paku. So that's a possibility. What's the quality of the barbecue? Barbecue is good. Okay. Yeah. So if we made surf and turf, that would take it up to a higher level. We can make mushroom wraps. Those are better. So actually we could start making mushroom wraps now. And then we can make stuffed berries, but I'm not really doing pinch of pepper nuts. So we could set this up to do mushroom wraps. The other thing I've done is I upgraded the ladders inside the base to plastic ladders. Those get a little more speed for the dupes. So let's see if we can run. Let's run a natural gas pipe down here to our oven, and then we can make some better food. So I'll just branch off from there, come down this way, down there, and feed it into the stove. And it looks like we need electricity on there too. Okay. And we'll tell this to make mushroom wraps forever. I guess as long as I have fried mushrooms and lettuce, we can do that. And let me check again. What do dust caps need? They need slime. Yeah, we don't really have slime. So growing dust caps would be difficult. So I think we're only going to be able to do that when we have dust caps, or when we have fried mushrooms from the printer. So I think surf and turf is something we should shoot for. Alright, also I took on a couple more dupes. So we now, in addition to Gopher Iced Tea, I have Rancher Ice Cube. And we have Astronaut Latifah. So we got room for one more dupe. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I definitely don't need a hatchling. Researching and ranching. Jeez. We can certainly get a lot of ranching help here. I think I might want another astronaut, just to have 2 dedicated astronauts. So I'm going to wait for... Well, in that case, maybe ranching is a good secondary to have for when there's no flying going on. Okay. Let's do it. Astronaut M&M. I think I spelled that right. Okay. That's our last dupe. So we're going to do research first. Oh, let's give him a hat. And priorities, let's see. We're doing researching. See, now the other nice thing about this is I can do research, and I can have somebody running the telescope simultaneously. So as secondaries, yeah, I'll give ranching as a secondary, and then I'm also giving operating and supplying as secondaries to the astronauts. Let's do tidying and storing too. So that way they can just kind of help do stuff around the base when they're not on a mission somewhere. And then he'll take the last bed. And then I just need to move him into the 3rd schedule. Okay, so we got a full staff now. One of the dupes, I think it's Latifah. No, Ice Cube. Rancher Ice Cube is a loud sleeper. So I switched some of the dupes around so that he's got this bed. The only other person on the same schedule as him is in this bed. So that way nobody will be sleeping near him at the same time. And then M&M will sleep here. Right? We don't have to manually assign the beds, but what the heck. Okay. Oh, and then I implemented this door idea that I talked about before. So I have a mechanized airlock here. I'm sending in a closed signal anytime there's any pressure on this hydro sensor. And the main reason for that is because there's a layer of water on top. So once it gets even close to this next tile, it starts to completely fill this space. And I don't want to block the polluted water from coming out of here. So as soon as any water enters this row of tiles, then the door closes and the vent is prevented from emitting any more polluted water. So that way I can just kind of keep that under control. And we have another 16.7 cycles before my cool steam vent comes back on. I've been mining out fossil to make steel. And then right here I tunneled down because I wanted a liquid-free area where I could start to work to set up a petroleum boiler. And the heart of the petroleum boiler is a setup kind of like this, where you'll have some highly conductive tiles in the magma, and then a door that you can use to control heat transfer, and then more highly conductive tiles on the other side. And that way you use the heat from the magma, you drip oil onto it, it flashes into petroleum, and that's something that I want to try to build. And then that way you can make petroleum with very little energy, taking advantage of the heat from the magma core. Oh, and I have a volcano down here too. So yeah, so even once we suck the heat out of all this magma, which I think will take a very long time, we could even use the volcano, since that's a renewable resource. Okay, so we should now have enough to make the midsection of our monument. So let's build that now. I think that's reachable with this ladder. So that's 2,500 ceramic, 2,500 plastic, and 5 tons of steel. Now once we built this, we will get the colony achievement. What I did on a previous game was I built it, I got the achievement, and then I deconstructed it to get the materials back, because it's an awful lot of steel. But I'm going to try not to do that this time. We'll try to leave it in place as long as possible. Okay, and I think I'm going to need a little bit of clearance up here, so let's do... Let's clear out those tiles. Five, 4. There. That's kind of how I control the order of the deconstruction, so they don't get themselves stuck. Alright. And then once you have these pieces built, you can change the design if you like. That one's kind of neat. I'll just leave it a default for now. Then you have all these different options on the top half, or the midsection. Okay, and you have managed to get yourself stuck. Great. So I'll let you take these tiles out, so as not to obscure the thumbs up of my guy there. Okay, so for the head, we need another 5 tons of steel, 2,500 kilograms of diamond, which I think I probably already have. Yeah. 2,500 kilograms of glass. Okay, so yeah, we just have, as usual, we're going to be waiting for steel. Okay, and everything's going wild down here, so hopefully we won't have to wait too long for that. And we have our 12 dupes, so that's the only thing that we need to get that colony achievement. Since we're now making plastic on a grand scale down here, I got rid of the Drecos, the glossy Drecos, and I'm going to switch back to regular Drecos because I'd rather have reed fiber at this point, so that we can make more atmosuits if and when we need it, and also so I can make paintings and start decorating the base in a more befitting fashion. I think, who is it? Yeah, Professor X has artist skills, so he can decorate, but we'll need a lot of reed fibers before we can put paintings and stuff in there. Okay, did I already make all the mushroom wraps? I guess I did. Okay, so let's set surf and turf to go forever. And then if I can ever find some paku, we can try to start farming some paku so that we have a constant supply of fish. I don't recall having seen any in the wild out here. Yeah, there certainly wouldn't be any down there. Let's see. We got pokes. There weren't any in here. Yeah, there might not be any paku on this map. I don't recall exactly which animals can populate this asteroid. Okay, it looks like my tanks... Yeah, my tanks are all full now. We've got 240 grams of natural gas in here. This will erupt soon, so let's just... I just want to watch and make sure it goes out the vent as I expected it to. Oh, okay. This tank is not empty. Alright. Yeah, I think I must have drawn some out of the tank when I fired up my stove, my gas range. Okay, so while we're waiting on the steel, let's continue digging our way up towards space. Now I'm going to need to get the water out of here, so I think what I'll do is I'll dig up using this ladder and get into there. Before you go into a place with poke shells, it's a good idea to check for eggs. There's a water weed there we'll have to get rid of. Because if they're close to an egg, they'll become hostile and they'll attack your dupes. And they can do serious injury. The other thing what we can do once we get access to space is we can run a pipe up here, or one liquid and one gas pipe, and we can use that to get rid of unwanted liquids or gases from around the base. We can just send them into space and they'll go away. Yeah, see, here's my loud sleeper. I usually avoid loud sleepers, but it's really not that much of a problem if you manage your schedules and check your bed assignments. You can make sure that they're always sleeping somewhere out of the way, that they don't disturb the other dupes. Okay, I did add additional atmosuit docks down here so that all 12 dupes can use an Atmos suit. Alright. Rancher Ice Cube can now do ranching. Ice-T can already use an exosuit. He likes digging and cooking. Which one should I give him? We're not going to be doing a whole lot of digging. Let me give him cooking, and that way we'll have more than one person that can cook. Who was that? That was Ice-T. Okay. Yeah, because right now... Yeah, right now Flavor Flav is the only one that cooks. So I'll put cooking as a secondary priority for Ice-T so he can help out on the grill. And I'll just give him that 1 point in cooking, I think. Not terribly concerned about the speed of it. I'm going to avoid... I'm going to try to avoid breaking into this. I'm not quite sure my chamber down here is big enough. The other thing that concerns me is this. I think this appears to be cracked. I think I probably was starting to dig it and then stopped. And I've got at least 2 layers of granite on these walls, so I think that should hold. But I do have an awful lot of liquid in here, and if this thing breaks and comes out of here, it's going to flood this entire area. It's going to flood the oil biome. I mean, if that happened, I would probably be very tempted just to give up and start a new game, to be honest. It would be a massive cleanup. So, I'm going to try to be careful. Okay, sorry about that. FedEx man was at the door. And my dog Cooper goes crazy whenever anybody comes to the door. Alright, so this is pretty much cleaned up. Let me see if I can mop this now. Yep. And then I'll start digging up here. I won't break through until the water's cleaned up. And hopefully there's nothing else above this. I don't think there is. I wonder if this one goes all the way up. Alright, and I'll extend the fire pole as well, so we can get down easily. Now once I get up here, we'll create another transit tube exit and another transit tube station so that we can get back down using the transit tubes. Okay, you know what, forget that part, just mop this part. There we go. Okay, I've got 5.9 tons of steel now. I think that might be enough to... I think that might be enough to do our head. Yep. Alright. Come on, get that ladder out of there. And I want that to go up one more. Alright, so this will be our entry station into space. And then we can start getting things set up to get our telescopes and everything set up. So for that we're going to need a lot more steel once again, so that we can make bunker doors and bunker tiles. Wow, they used all my glass? Oh, it's because I'm actually short. Okay, I need more glass. Let's queue up some more glass. I thought that because it was allowing me to place it that I had everything. Oh, yeah, I was done. Okay. I don't really need more glass. There we go. Oh, yeah, it is cold over here, isn't it? Chilly surroundings. It's minus 14. Yay! He's breaking out the pickled meal. For few civilizations throughout time have had the privilege of understanding their origins. The one thing that matters is that we are here now, and we make the best of the world we've been given. I am proud to say this asteroid is our home. Alright. So they've been eating barbecue, pickled meal, dirt. Alright, looks like they had a great time. Cool. Now we start working on the next one. Okay, let's look at temperatures. It's very cold over here. The rest of the base is a pretty nice temperature. So maybe I need to wall in over here with more insulated tile, now that we have our monument built. Let's get rid of that. Actually, that's a little bit unsightly. Let's get rid of these ladder extensions. Let's get rid of this. See if they do it in the right order. Ah, son of a gun. I'll have to build a ladder to get rid of that ladder. Alright, and let's clean up all the junk underneath it, so it looks nice. And then I'll close this in with insulated tile. Alright. It's not my favorite head. Kind of like the Nisbet head. Okay, we can do the thumbs up, we can do the punch. Nah, that one gets blocked a little bit. Yeah, let's do the thumbs up. There. I think I like that the best. Okay. So we'll do that to insulate the rest of the base so it doesn't get too cold in here. Reprintables. Alright, so we're not taking any more dupes. I think I'll take the copper since water is not really much of a problem for us anymore. More skill points for Latifa. Okay, let's continue up here. There we go. Now I have to think about what I'm going to do for power. There we go. Ideally, I am going to want all my power generation up top to be connected with my power generation down here. Unless I want to have a completely independent power generation system up top. Which we could do, but down here I've got my natural gas. Whoops. Alright, well the natural gas is only powering the base itself, it's not powering the industrial area at all. Alright, yeah, so I think what I'm going to need to do is to connect this heavy watt wire and take it all the way up to the top, so that we have one single power grid for the entire base. Because down here is where I just have the biggest and best variety of power sources. Up there I'll be able to get solar, but I after my last playthrough, I've learned that I don't want to depend on solar and batteries to power everything up there. It's one of those things where I'll use it when it's available, but I don't want to be completely dependent on it because it's unreliable. Okay, so yeah, let's start running that power spine up there. Just have to figure out what the best path for that wire is going to be. Well, we could connect our industry to the base power as well. That's probably not a bad idea. I'm going to need some conductive wire. I can't connect to this one though. Do I want to do that? I mean, I only have... No, I do have consumers connected to this too. This is not a good idea. 1920. These are connected to the... Why did I do it like this? Why did I connect it there? Well, I know why. It was to get it so I could use it for the rest of the base, but then I have these coal generators here too. I guess those are backup power. Okay, so this is messy. I really need to, and I don't want to do heavy watt wire down the middle of my base on the inside. I can connect the heavy watt wire over there. I think I might need to have this. No, this is okay. Yeah, I can't overload the... Well, no, it's not okay, because if I have more than... Yeah, if I have more than 2,000 watts being consumed off of this heavy watt wire, that's when I'm going to have overloads on that wire. Right now I only have 960. So if I managed it so that everything else was running off of transformers... But I don't want to be limited like that. I think I'm gonna need to rework my power. Okay, so 1600 watts coming down here, that's fine. Okay, so I think I need to... How am I going to do that? I need a separate pair of transformers. Okay, so let's do... But I would like to have this connected to the main power as well. Because this is going to be a good source of power through the rest of the game. Let's hook this up to a transformer. Or to two small transformers. And I can still use the No, I don't want to use the conductive wire. Alright. Yeah, so this is what I'm gonna... Cancel that. No, I can use conductive wire here. Yeah. That's fine. That'll give me 2,000 watts. Maximum. But then I am not going to tie it in to these transformers. Okay, so instead what I'll do is I will have two small transformers. So I'll need a couple wire bridges there, and a couple wire bridges there. Deconstruct the wire. Deconstruct the wire. Oh, and I need tiles here. All right. tie those coal generators together. Yeah, then I can tie all of this into the same power grid. Okay, can I make another wire bridge? Right, so... sorry. So that transformer I can tie into here. Although that's technically, that's going to put 2,000 watts onto here. Which is, well, no, I don't want to convert all that to conductive wire. That's going to be a pain. Where's this going? Okay. And then I can connect this transformer there. Okay. And then what I could do is I could disable these transformers as long as I have power from the natural gas. How do I do that? I would need an automation wire from this smart battery. No. Do I need another battery here somewhere? That way I could use the coal as backup power for when I don't have natural gas power. Yeah, and here's the other thing I need to do. I need to get all the consumers connected with after the transformers. convert this to heavy watt wire. There we go. And then I can connect that heavy watt wire to the line that I'm going to run up to the top. Okay, so that's better. But these circuits now have the potential to overload because they're connected here. Maybe I just put switches on them and shut them off manually. I'm sure there's a way to automate that, but I'll have to spend some time figuring it out. There. Okay, so now this circuit is fed with this transformer, and this circuit is fed with this transformer. Okay. Now we gotta connect this power with this power. And to do that, I think I just need a wire bridge there. I don't know if I'm going to have enough copper ore to make it all the way up. I hope I can go through the tubes. Yes. Good. Okay. So then I just need to run this all the way to the top. Let's see if I got more. If there's more copper ore I can dig out. Here's a little bit. Oh, yeah. Got a bunch over here. Let's dig all that up. I never properly dug out this biome. Got lots of copper ore. Okay. Okay. And then we'll put... Actually, let's dig that out. And I will put another access point over here. I think I want it on this side since I'm going to get into space from there rather than going through this ocean. Is that stations? No, that's in base. Okay, yeah. Uh-oh. Okay. How did you get stuck over there? Okay, what do you have here? You have granite. So let's build a ladder out of granite. Okay, and all right. And then we'll see if there's anything good over here. All right. Let's see what we got here. I guess I'll take the dirt. I don't remember why I have this wall. I think it was so that if and when this ice melts, it doesn't fall down into my base. Alright. Good. We got a couple Drecos. Okay, don't see anything too special over there. Let's see how this is going. All right, we got a bit more to do. Overheating? Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, no. Oh, jeez. Overheat temperature 75. And I'm pumping in 100-degree natural gas. Oh. Okay. So I'm going to have to shut this pump off. I wonder if I can put... Yeah, why did I make it out of insulated tile? I wonder if I can put a temp shift plate. Let's try this. I'll make a temp shift plate out of dirt, or I'll make a couple of them. And I'll put them right next to the insulated tiles. No. Okay. Let's make some granite tiles. I think I know how we can cool it down in there. I'll make some granite tiles, and then I can remove these insulated tiles, replace those with more granite tiles, which are heat transmissible. They have a somewhat decent thermal conductivity. Actually, let's do a bunch. And then I'll put temp shift plates on the other side where it's below 0, and then hopefully that'll cool things down inside. And if that doesn't work, I could also run some pipe through there. Right, and then I'll just replace those with granite tiles. Well, it is cooling things down. Or rather, the granite is warming up, so that means that the natural gas is cooling down. You can see the temperature dropping, so that's good. Now, I don't know how well that's gonna... Well, yeah, see, I don't want to break into here. We could do the same thing up top to get some cooling up there. Let's prioritize this. Okay. Yeah, and then like I said, I'll put some dirt temp shift plates there, and that'll help with the heat transfer. Now I think natural gas on its own is not so good for... No, it's got terrible thermal conductivity. So these are going to cool down because they're actually touching granite tiles. These are going to be a different matter. Well, we'll see. I mean, the ladder is cooling down. it's cooled down a little bit, but I think that's largely because I'm not sending anything through anymore. It's going to be... The other thing I could do is I could send the input pipe through this polluted water to chill it before it goes in, but that's going to be not so easy. Yeah, that makes a big difference. Okay, well, I'll see if I can fix it by doing this, you know, with just passive cooling. And if not, then I don't know, maybe I just replace all the tiles around it with granite tiles. That would cool things off. For example, what do I have here? Granite, igneous rock. No, actually, I need to make the ladder there. Right, and I can just start... If I put granite tiles here, then these will be... I don't know if they're technically touching the tanks. I think it's got to be touching one of the bottom tiles. That's probably not going to help much. But it will help to cool off the gas inside. Right, so I'll do a couple of these setups here over on this side. And then I'll do some on top, and hopefully that'll keep it cooled down. I'm going to pump this gas in here. I mean, this is below the overheat temperature. So I'll pump this in, and then when this is nearly empty, I'll build a ladder up here. I can break the seal and wall this in. I won't lose too much natural gas because there won't be that much in there. I'll just have to keep an eye on the temperature in here. Okay, well, I'll work on this offline, and I'll show you what I came up with in the next episode. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. See you next time. Bye-bye.